Brittany Murphy wasn't just a star, she was a memory, a staple of a bygone era. For many, her voice meant comfort, her laughter meant joy. She was Ty from Clueless, that lovable, awkward girl who made us all feel a little less alone. She was the girl who brightened 8 Mile, the fresh, earnest face you couldn't help but root for. But beyond the silver screen, Brittany was a dreamer. Born on November 10, 1977 in Atlanta, Georgia, Brittany Ann Bertolotti was the only child of Sharon Kathleen Murphy and Angelo Joseph Bertolotti. Her parents divorced when she was only 2 years old, and Brittany was raised by her mother in Edison, New Jersey. From a young age, Brittany had a spark, a captivating energy that seemed destined for something greater. Sharon, recognizing her daughter's talent and ambition, nurtured Brittany's love for performing. It was the classic tale of a star in the making. In 1991, at the age of 14, Brittany and her mother made a bold move to Los Angeles. This was a leap of faith, a pursuit of dreams in the city where dreams were meant to come true. Sharon was Brittany's strongest advocate, supporting her through auditions, rejections, and the grueling climb to recognition. Brittany took on minor television roles, her first taste of Hollywood's unforgiving industry. But her talent was undeniable. By the mid-90s, she had already carved a name for herself, with Clueless serving as her breakthrough role, playing the lovable yet socially awkward Ty Frazier. Brittany stole the spotlight with her quirky charm and an infectious energy. The film became a cult classic, and Brittany Murphy's performance was a significant reason why. Over the years, Brittany showcased her versatility, playing everything from troubled souls to comedic relief. She excelled in films like Girl Interrupted, where she held her own against a powerful cast featuring Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie. In 8 Mile, she starred opposite Eminem, proving her capability to shine in a gritty, dramatic role. The early 2000s saw her career thrive, with hits like Just Married alongside Ashton Kutcher and Uptown Girls, where she played a nanny forced to grow up. However, despite her success, Hollywood was already proving itself to be a double-edged sword. Brittany had always been slender, but industry pressure to conform to a particular image only intensified. Rumors swirled about her weight, her appearance, and her relationships. The tabloids tore her into personal life with an unforgiving hunger. And Brittany, ever the fighter, pushed forward, masking her pain with a signature smile. December 20, 2009. A date that would forever be etched into the memories of those who adored her. Brittany was found collapsed on the bathroom floor of a Los Angeles home. She was only 32 years old. By the time emergency services arrived, it was too late. The official cause of death? Pneumonia, complicated by anemia and multiple drug intoxication. But nothing about her death made sense. How could someone so vibrant, so seemingly healthy, be gone? It felt like a betrayal, like the world had failed her. Questions swirled around her sudden demise, and the answers, or lack thereof, were only the beginning of a mystery that would haunt Hollywood for years. Soon, theories began to emerge. Prescription drugs were found at the scene, leading some to speculate about addiction. But friends insisted Brittany wasn't the type to spiral into darkness. Others suggested an eating disorder, the result of Hollywood's impossible beauty standards. But the most sinister theory revolved around her own home. A mansion previously owned by Britney Spears, filled with dark energy and a tragic history. Some believed the property's toxic mold was a real killer, an invisible force that slowly drained her life away. Her mother, Sharon, dismissed the theory, but doubt continued to fester. And then, only 5 months later, Brittany's husband, Simon Monjack, died in the same house. The cause? Pneumonia and anemia, the same illnesses that had claimed Brittany. coincidence was too chilling to ignore. Was it truly mold poisoning or something darker? Brittany's father, Angelo Bertolotti, became convinced that his daughter had been murdered. He pursued independent toxicology tests that allegedly found heavy metals, arsenic, barium, and others, substances commonly associated with poisoning. But mainstream authorities dismissed the findings, calling them unreliable. Their home had become a reflection of their deteriorating mental states, cluttered, chaotic, and a breeding ground for paranoia. Brittany, once radiant and full of life, had become frail and withdrawn. Her relationship with Simon was intensely close, but also rumored to be controlling and destructive. Hollywood had chewed her up and spit her out, leaving behind a woman struggling to hold on to her identity. Some claimed Simon manipulated her, drained her finances, and isolated her from the world. Others believed he was merely a man broken by his own grief and desperation. Theories about Brittany's death have only multiplied over the years. Some believe it was mold, others poisoning. But perhaps the most tragic possibility is that Brittany was simply a casualty of Hollywood's cruelty. A young woman with immense talent, driven to the brink by an industry that only loved her when she was useful. Maybe it's easier to believe in murder than to accept the truth that Hollywood's brightest lights can burn your life, and that Brittany Murphy, the girl who made us laugh, was left fighting battles no one else could see. It's been over a decade, and we're still searching for answers. But perhaps the real tragedy is that Brittany Murphy's death will always remain a mystery, one that haunts the memories of those who loved her. Brittany Murphy was a child of the 90s, a symbol of Hollywood's golden era, and her death feels like the closing of a chapter we weren't ready to end. To this day, her performances live on, but the girl behind the smile, the laughter, and the light remains just out of reach. And maybe that's why her story still haunts us.